Hi. Well, in the British media, people are very eager to get Harry and Meghan's children over to England to meet the king. And the king says he doesn't want to just see them by Zoom. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea to have the kids meet Grandpa Charles yet and his bride Camilla and the other family members. For one thing, this rift between the family members is going to bring a lot of negativity into the family. When you get married, the nice thing is you are leaving behind your old family as much as you want. You can include your old family or you can exclude them depending on how things were going. And you have a new start. You have a husband and you're going to have children who don't have any of the problems you had in the past. If you drag those people into your current life, all of that negativity comes in, all of the spite, the hatred, the ill will, the name calling, the old frustrations are brought in. Meghan staying away from her family, her father, even when he says he wants to be with Meghan and he wants to be with the kids, it doesn't take him long to get into negative name calling, calling Harry Ginger and all kinds of negative things, and holding grudges against Meghan for past behaviors and incidents. And then, of course, there are the lawsuits, which are still hanging over uh, the sister's head and her stepbrother. They're always referring to the lawsuits, money, and other problems. Then on the other side, of course, there are all kinds of bad feelings there. If you bring your kids in, the kids are going to look around. They always measure their place in the world by how the parents are treated. And they're going to come in. They're immediately going to see that the king has grudges against Harry and Meghan. And there will be attempts to compare them to George, who's going to be king, who gets special treatment, who has all kinds of security and guards, and you can't even talk to George unless you make an appointment. And then there's Charlotte and the brother, and they're going to have all kinds of different types of treatment, and they're going to have more respect in England than Meghan and Harry's kids are going to get. So they're going to immediately feel a difference, which is not going to be positive, and it's going to make them question their parents, their heritage, and just what's going on in this family. So I don't think you ever bring kids into a bad situation. You have to heal the wounds of the past between the parents before you should ever bring kids in. Kids are never meant to heal a situation. If you're in a bad marriage, some people want to have kids to try to make the marriage better, but that never works. And similarly, in this situation, you can't have kids to try to heal family deep-seated problems. Leave the kids out, heal the problems, and once the parents can talk to each other civilly and have respect for each other and not have the kind of lashing out that you see between Harry and William and Harry and his father, then you can bring the kids in. Once things have gotten civil, everybody feels comfortable. The king's not going to spend that much time with Harry's kids. He's going to come in, he's going to say hi, he'll say a few words, and then he'll probably be out the door because he'll say he has things to do. Camilla will say she has things to do. And so these kids are probably just going to get like a short 10 to 15 minutes with Grandpa Charles and Camilla. And so it's not even worth getting them entangled into this mess. I would say leave the kids totally out. And then you have all the people in England who are trying to capitalize off Harry and Meghan, and whose incomes actually depend on Harry and Meghan, and they're going to try to pick up the kids for their incomes also. And so they're going to be talking endlessly about the kids, posting their photos, and making the kids targets, because once those photos are out and the kids become commonplace in the royal family, they are always trading on the kids. They are always selling pictures of the kids and using kids for popularity. And that's not what Meghan and Harry want, because they don't have the same security for their kids that William's kids have. So you don't want to put your kids in a place of jeopardy. They have a long life ahead of them, and the more years they can have being relatively anonymous, although people, if they really want to find out, people are doing tours of Meghan and Harry's house, trying to spot the kids, trying to spot Doria, and so forth. And so the kids are at risk, but you don't want to bring extra risk and problems into their lives. Let them stay away from the royal family until things are better. You have all the stresses about Kate's illness. We've heard cancer mentioned a million times every time we hear about the royals. That's a very negative. You don't want to have kids afraid of getting cancer or living in the cloud of cancer. So I think it's good to keep the kids away. They don't need to be with the royal family now. They just need to be kids. Poor little George always looks so stressed. His mouth is always twisted. His face is always way too stern for a child. And, the degree of power between Archie and George is great. So you want to keep your kids out of that whole mess, and let the British media find their clicks elsewhere, not on the heads of Archie and Lilibet. Well, that's my feeling about everybody wanting the kids to come to England so they can suffer the same abuse that Harry and Meghan are getting from the media. What do you think? Like and subscribe. Bye.